Hey, what's up, everyone? I figured I'd do a review of what I thought about Spiral, the Book of Saw, which is the ninth installment in the Saw franchise. And of course, what makes this one a little bit different than previous entries, that this is the first entry not to feature Tobin Bell as John Kramer, aka the Jigsaw Killer. And of course, the reason for that is the franchise wanted to go in a different direction to kind of reinvigorate the franchise after how would you call like franchise fatigue, so you don't see like familiar aspects like the Billy the Puppet, and instead it's replaced by like a pig type puppet, and kind of like the aspects a little different too, since this time around it's a Jigsaw copycat killer that tries to go after like corrupt cops that were not held responsible for their actions, and tries to get them to like do similar to what Jigsaw did to his victims, to kind of like see if they have what it takes to live through by extreme measures and traps and all that. And of course, the lead character this time around is Ezekiel Banks, played by Chris Rock. And of course, it also has Samuel Jackson as his father, Marcus Banks, who was, a very respected cop, once who had a history of like corrupt behavior. And of course, is Zeke is a part of that. I mean, not directly, but it's kind of like he had his own experiences as a cop. I don't know if it's either like due to racism or due to police corruption, even when examining the film. And of course, I mean, I always said when it came to Spiral, they kind of should have like, I wouldn't say like set the reboot, but I think after the third Saw movie, that's when the franchise should have went in a different direction rather than waiting until the ninth movie to do it. Because quite honestly, I always felt after the third Saw movie, like how many uh, flashbacks could they have John Kramer's, character, and without it being redundant, or like I said, franchise fatigue. I mean, well, it is an admirable concept to try to do something different, change it up a bit to prevent it from going stale. And I mean, Chris Rock does the best that he can, considering people are used to him in comedy roles, and it's kind of like say, I mean, in a sense, it's like a refreshing change of pace to see him in a dramatic role, even if it's in a horror movie. But in a sense, it kind of feels like it's like watching his character, more like a comedy horror film than pure horror, if that's the particular way of looking at it. I mean, I'll be honest. I've never been like what you call diehard soft fans, even though the concept has been interesting since John Kramer's character is now like what you call evil, since you know he he just feels like people are taking life for granted, and I guess in his own way he tries to see if people have what it takes to live. So that's that. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this movie. All right, everyone. Thanks again.